Dude, what's going on? This preacher. I am tired, man. I'm here at Chick-fil-A on my way back from Tampa. I got my plates and my iftar. So today, the 12th of May, 2025, I am officially ready to start my own trucking company with its own authority, officially as a carrier. So, pretty much ready to go. My rental trailer is being returned today, and they're gonna call me once they finish unloading it. It gets unloaded, and they do a brand new DOT inspection on it. So I'm gonna plan on picking that up tomorrow, because I got up 3 o'clock this morning, headed to Tallahassee, which is 5.5 hours from where I stay at, and I'm headed back, which is another 5.5 hours. Then it took a whole hour for this process to be done. So while I was doing that, I was working with my wife, because she's gonna be doing the books and stuff. But I had here, see all the good numbers, right? So what I did was I calculated my operating cents per mile, what I need to make with my operating costs for everything, right? So, I mean, I got stuff like all my household bills, including savings and stuff. I got all the business bills included. See all that kind of good stuff to get my cents per mile. So I know what I need to average per week. I know the least amount that I can take on a load as well. So I know what I just cannot go under. You know, I mean, worst case come, whatever, I cannot go up under this particular amount of money, right? So I did all those calculations, so I'm already good with that, about operating cents per mile. Now, I'm not going to be sitting here showing all my rate cons and saying how much money I make in a week. There's plenty of people on YouTube that do all that kind of stuff, that lies to you and all this other kind of good stuff. And, you know, I just don't have patience with that. I've been doing this for 4.5 years, right? Booking my own loads for 4.5 years. So I already been doing it for a while. That's how I know my cents per mile, right? And then, like I said, I ran restaurants for 19 years, man. Numbers is numbers. Numbers is not gonna lie, right? So what happens is, it's like what I did. I did my fixed cents per mile, right? These are the numbers that's not gonna change at all. These are all my fixed cents per mile. So your fixed cent per mile, it just covers all your fixed costs. I know how much money that I spend on everything for household bills and all my business bills. So it gives me my fixed cents per mile. That will never change. Now, my adjustable cents per mile is fuel, because depending on the cost of fuel and how much you're paying in fuel per week, that cost changes. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. But I have an average. So off my average that I was doing off my Freightliner, I was going off of that. Now it's going to change because I have a Kenworth. It's heavier. So I don't know what's going to be that particular amount that I'm going to be spending in fuel just yet, until I get up in here and I start running for a couple of weeks. So that is my adjustable cents per mile. So what you do is, once you find out what your adjustable fixed per mile is, and the only thing you're doing is taking your average cost of fuel, you're dividing that about the number of miles you plan on running per week. It's a pro forma. That means it can change, okay? And then you're doing a declining budget, because if I'm going to budget, say I do conservatively, right? And I budget for $2,000. I have to make sure as I'm fueling, I'm going to meet that $2,000 budget, because that is what I'm calculating my cents per mile, my adjustable cents per mile off that $2,000 budget. Now, if I see that I'm not going to make it, I can adjust my cents per mile, right? That's why it's an adjustable cents per mile. It's adjustable, but you watching it each week and you counting your miles each week to make sure that it's within that particular amount of miles and stuff, right? I will say now, I averaged about 35 cents more than what I need to make. And this is including everything, even savings, right? Savings on my personal side, savings for my business, and making sure that my business cash flow a certain amount of money, okay? It's all my cost. And I averaged as a lease, and with them taking out my lease payment, okay, which was $1,536, all those deductions, right? I still averaged more than what I need to average with my own trucking company. Okay, so I'm good. Like I said, I've been doing this for 4.5 years. I'm not finna sit here and tell everybody this is a good time to get inside the trucking, because I don't know you. I don't know your mindset. I don't know, do you follow your numbers? I don't know if do you know how to run? I don't know if do you know the areas you should be running? I don't know. So some people ask me, do I think it's a good time to get, I don't know, because I don't know you. I need a lot more information to be able to even call myself trying to help somebody with something like that, because I don't know. But I know from what I've ran with the same brokers that I'm currently signed up. I got 4. I'm going to do one more today. I'm going to get with one more today that works with New Authorities. They emailed me. They was like, yeah, you're ready to go. So I'm going to do one more today. So even when I do that one more today, I have 5 going in. But I constantly work with these 3 for the last 6 months only. But I didn't work with a lot more since then, before the 6 months. So, but that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. I'm going to go home and put this stuff on my truck. I'll take the pictures so y'all can see my new logos and everything like that. I'll get back with you later.